Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Sunday Super Summons. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys.
We missed you so much, Battle Beast!
Hey, whoa, calm down. I've missed you too, but dry those eyes, get ready for some fun and amazing summons today, maybe, with a stupid low % chance of getting something cool, but we see it almost every week. Okay, first account, we have CK Demo, and we have some scrolls to open, I think. We have 17, 16, and 1 light dark. So, we'll not change channel, we'll just start summoning. How many times have we done Sunday Super Summons and got lightning on the first pull? Fire Ninja, he's okay. He's got a cool passive skill that makes it really tough to kill him, but it's really unpredictable. So, Arena Defense good for early players, but later on you don't see him so much. But it is really cool that we got lightning right away. Hopefully that's a good indicator for this account. Fire Viking, you can use Fire Viking in Dragon's B10 if you build him. Water Beast Hunter, good for food. Fire Vagabond, good for food. He's actually not that bad of a monster too. He's got some cool skills for provoking. Fire Bounty Hunter, great for defense monsters that attacks scale on defense, like the Wind Nugami, like Copper, like Basalt. Basalt busts his own defense, but Water Frankenstein, not too popular. Water Werewolf. Come on, give us that lightning, don't tease us. Maybe we'll do the light dark now, because we've had a few. No lightning, something cool though, still good months. Ow. I just got kicked in the nuts. Well, CK Demo got kicked in the nuts, Carbon Knight's demo account. Wow. Light Guru. You know what? I mean, nothing to say. Nothing to say. Nothing to say at all. Continue on, 4 more scrolls. After that light Garuda, I know that we're not getting anything. Oh, wow! Not getting anything, you say? Well, the Fire Rakshasa says otherwise. Hua is awesome. You can use Hua almost everywhere, man. She is so good. Complete suppressive nature of this monster. Attacks enemy with the whip, decreasing the attack speed for 2 turns with a 50% chance. So her first skill decreases the enemy attack speed. Great for bosses, great for arena battles, guild battles. Attacks with a burning whip and inflicts continuous damage for 3 turns. Great for bosses. Awesome for bosses. And the passive skill, which is decreases the enemy's attack bar by 25% and strikes again with a 20% chance. So if you got a violent Rakshasa, a Hua, and she already has built-in violent procs with violent runes on top of that, I've seen her do intense damage. I used to like to bring Ramagos to be able to tank against her, but she slowed my Ramagos with her skill, with her first skill, and then decreased his attack bar all the time. He never even got a turn. So you can bring the biggest wind tank you want. If it doesn't get a turn, it's not that good. But she is super good. Everybody likes Hua. Okay, well that does it. You know what? Light Garuda sucks, but Hua, awesome. Awesome, awesome start. Okay, I'm going to switch accounts, and we'll see you in a little bit. Welcome to the future. For you, it's like it just happened. You've time traveled. For me, I had to go the long way around, and I had to change the account, and it's taken me longer. Think of it this way. By the time you finish watching this video, I will have aged much more than you have. Pretty cool, huh? For you. For me, not so much. Okay, 15 scrolls. 15 scrolls. Again, not switching chat rooms like we usually like to. I've decided not to do that this week, and just go for it. Maybe I'll do it on my account if we have terrible luck. But we got the Fire Rakshasa on the last account. That was cool. I'm not seeing anything too outrageous here. The Water Mummy is cool, actually. A HP tank that you can use to do damage based on your HP. Those are my favorite kind of tanks. I like defense tanks too, but they are less useful, in my mind, than defense tanks. Sorry, defense tanks are less useful than HP tanks because you defense break them and they become substantially weaker than an HP tank when it's defense broke. Destroy runes, I think, are the ones that you want to use against HP tanks. Reduces their max HP over time. Really nothing. What a short short video with nothing to talk about? Don't you dare give me a Leg Garuda. Don't do it. Wow. Oh, Dark Martial Cat. The Dark Martial Cat is the only one worth having in my mind, but she's still not... I mean, she has to get hit for her to shine, which is kind of strange, but it's the Eye for an Eye passive skill. It counterattacks with a critical hit if you're attacked with a critical hit, and increases the attack gauge by 30%. Now, this is cool to use against monsters like Vertiheel. The problem is with Vertiheel is this is a dark monster versus a fire. You'd have to bring all water monsters with the Martial Cat to get Vertiheel to attack this monster. And in doing so, though, if you did get into a situation like that, your Martial Cat, if she's built really strong, could kill the enemy Vertiheel, even though he keeps filling up his team's attack bars. Your Martial Cat will still get to go. So it's great to use against monsters you know have high critical hit. Maybe even the Fire Rakshasa that we saw earlier. People have usually high crit rate on her. But it's tough to get the right runes for that Martial Cat. That's going to make her really useful. Okay, Mav, the Wind Penguin Knight. Mav's actually really good. If you get a Wind Penguin Knight and you want to build him because he's so cute and he's so lovey, you can. And he won't be super disappointing compared to some of the other Penguin Knights. Alright, well that was a really quick one. Again, we'll see you in the future, and further aging for me and not so much for you. Lucky you. And we're back, and you look young. You look young. Okay, third account. Let's think. Should we just jump into it? Should we do any unknown scroll summons first? Some people like to do that. Ew. Cat hair everywhere. Little beep. Okay, 16 mystical scrolls. 1 light dark. Looks familiar, doesn't it? Ooh, lightning! Julian! Awesome! This guy is a super great stunner and AoE hitter. He only has 1 AoE, I think. We'll double check. Inflicts damage to announce the crime and stuns the enemy with a 20% chance. So not super high, but second skill attacks with a 30% critical rate bonus. Awesome. And stuns the enemy if the attack lands as a critical hit. So 2 skills that stun. And then third skill, Showtime, attacks all the enemy 3 times. Each attack has a 10% chance to stun the enemy for 1 turn. So, all 3 skills are going to stun. One of them is an AoE, and the crit rate bonus. Super hard hitter, this guy, if you build him properly. Now, here's the debate. I would personally, if you've got good Despair runes, use them, because it just bumps up your chance to stun. Some people say, no, you've got stuns on every skills, you don't need Despair runes. Use Fatal, use Rage, use something else. 20% on that first is, it's not so good. This is it's supposed to be a stun if it lands as a critical hit. And then this one, it only a 10% chance to stun the enemy. So your second skill, yeah, it's going to stun lots, but your first and your third skills could use a boost. And I think if you use Despair runes on this guy with that boost, you can really suppress enemy teams in the Trial of Ascension and Arena and Guild battles. He is pretty squishy, though, so he's not so good for defense teams. I mean, he's like a Lucian or anything, a Samurai. I just go for him first, and I get rid of them because they just typically don't have a whole lot of hit points, so they're easy to deal with. But as on attack teams where you can control things better, those guys are awesome. Okay, continuing on. Very happy to get Julian. And considering the low amount of scrolls actually we do open on these accounts, 1 lightning is nice. It's cool to get 2, 3, 4, even 5 in my case. What was that? A few episodes ago, where I opened just 12 scrolls and I got 5 lightning. That was insane. I didn't get any 5 stars because I don't get 5 stars anymore. They shut that off on me. I don't know why I'm not allowed to have any more, but I don't even care about mystical scrolls on my main account. Like, I just don't even worry about it. I've been disappointed so much that I don't even do events for mystical scrolls anymore, and I might enrage you. Like, you have to. You can never know. You never know if you'll get them or not. Well, yeah, but I have been so beat down for, like, coming up 10 months here or whatever. No 5 stars. Oh, that looked like Draco. Awesome. This guy's sweet immunity. He's like a little mini Fire Archangel because you're never going to get him. And there's like 100 of you. Oh yeah, we all got the Fire Archangel. It's not that hard to get. Well, it is. But check this out. Run, bounces toward the enemy and attacks and gets another turn with 30% chance. Awesome. Built-in violent procs. You could use violent on him anyway and just further extend that. Fly. Attacks all enemies with giant orbs, decreasing their defense for 1 turn. So AoE defense break. Sweet. This attack lands as a crushing hit regardless of the enemy's attribute. So you can hit water monsters hard with this thing. And it defense breaks them. It's wicked awesome. Now, the third wicked awesome. Holy crap. Anyways, whistle, third skill. Blows a whistle to recover 30% of the attack gauge of allies and giving immunity effects for 2 turns. So good for dragons. This can be kind of neat for raids, I guess. But you got to be careful with immunity in raids. But great for guild battles. Just bring immunity to your team on enemy teams with high amounts of debuffs. Really useful. We have the light dark. Think we can get back-to-back lightning? I don't, but let's go for it. No, don't you dare give me a light guru there. Dark Taoist, cool. He's gaining popularity, this guy, but what's the thing? Performs an unpredictable attack and decreases and targets attack power, so that's nice for a debuff on the first one. Especially on a dark, you can get it on the most dangerous enemy, the hard-hitting attacker that on the enemy teams. Second one, attacks all enemies 2 times with waves of water. Each attack has 30% chance to decrease the target's attack speed for 2 turns. Awesome. Maybe pair this with Draco there we just had before, so he defense breaks them. And then this one AoE hits them, slows them down so they don't get turns as fast, and then keep hitting them again. If the target already suffers an attack speed reduction effect, this attack will stun them. So pairing this monster with other... attack speed reduction. So like Spectra, the Fire Griffin, teams or monsters with that debuff, pair them with the Dark Taoist and just stun them. It's just ultimate suppression, right? Even the Fire Rakshasa that we got. Alright, the last skill though, stuns the enemy with the highest attack bar for 1 turn, and removes the harmful effect on yourself. Is that me or is that the English there? Stuns the enemy with the highest attack bar for 1 turn and removes the harmful effect on yourself. So I guess if you have a debuff on you, this is how to get rid of it, is what they're saying. Also, this will increase your attack speed for 2 turns, during which you recover 15% of your HP each turn. Great, self-heals. So, let me think. Is Vampire really good for him? Maybe. If you got good runes for him, you could use Vampire and turn this guy into a farming monster. He is a little bit squishier, so you could use it to prolong his life with Vampire runes. I think Violent would be really sweet. Swift would be really good. There's a lot of ways to build this guy. Now, he doesn't have any skills that scale with speed. Like, his attack doesn't do more damage based on speed, that it says, anyway. So Swift might not be the best build. Maybe just a lot of speed substats on your runes. But Fatal or Rage, or definitely Violent, Vampire could work. It'd be cool to see him in a lot of different builds. So that's not totally awful. But we'll continue on. No summoning stones. I haven't been looking for those. I probably should have been. That's okay. This week isn't a very good week, in my opinion, for 5 stars for the... unless it changed. I might be on last week's thoughts still. Yeah, I mean, what is the... that's not Kumar. Kumar's the fire one, I think. I forget his name, but this guy's really good. The Wind Beast Monk. But other than that, Argon would be sweet to get for the fusion thing. But there's nothing else in here that is so good this week, so I'll probably skip that altogether. Anyways, guys, quick jump cut to the next account. Hello again. We have Poseidon CK now with us. Now, you've seen Poseidon. I've had him on my videos. Him and I have done videos again together with, like, for Batman, for the old Super Nintendo, things like that. Poseidon has his very first, what do you call it? Premium pack opening here. I'm very excited and thankful that Poseidon has allowed us to do that and joined up with Sunday Super Summons. And here's my favorite thing about... You know what? For Poseidon, we're going to change channels here. We'll go to my favorite one, which is 5,000... That's not working. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. 5,011. Just because. That's where I've had a lot of lightning come from. But no 5 stars. Oh yeah, the water pioneer for the alt there. For Night Carbon. But yeah, so here's what's exciting about your first premium pack is that any lightning becomes exciting. Because as a new player, all you need is that 1 or 2 4 stars to really punch your level up in the dungeons and arena, all that kind of stuff. So all we need is like 1 lightning for Poseidon, 16 mystical scrolls. And I bet we could get 1. Calm to us might disagree, but we're going to go for it. Okay, Fire Elven Archer, very cool. I think these are the ones that they do more attacks based on crit rate. Let's read this first one here. The chance of firing an additional shot is equivalent to your critical rate, right? That's good. Attacks 4 random targets. Each attack has a 50% chance to deal continuous damage. That's great for clearing farming levels. What's this? And increase the attack speed and crit rate of all allies for 3 turns. So that's really cool. This could be like your little speed Bernard if you don't have a Bernard yet, but Bernard's farmable, so I mean you're going to get one. But some places you don't want to take Bernard, you can bring this guy as a speed leader and get crit rate for your attackers. So if you want to go on a heavy nuke team, that's awesome. Check out coffee. Moving on. Oh yes, anything. It's going to be sweet. What do we got? What's his name? He's got a really hard name to say. I can't remember. The Wind Barbaric King, but he's good. All the Barbaric Kings are pretty useful. Penalty. Attacks the enemy twice with the axe and inflicts continuous damage for 1 turn with 50% chance. Great for Necropolis then, with your first skill, multiple hits. Second, attacks an enemy with a Wrathful Axe, leaving a branding effect for 2 turns and increasing your attack bar for 2 turns. The target with the branding effect will receive 25% increased damage. So a lot of the Barbaric Kings have this skill. I love branding effects. Again, great for bosses, because now when you're hitting them, you're doing them faster. And the Necropolis boss, he brings himself back to life. So with a branding effect on him, you can take him down further and wipe him out again. Not too shabby, right? Very cool. So I am very... Oh, and leader skill. Check that out. What's this? The attack power of ally monsters is increased by 33% in guild battles. Probably not so useful for Poseidon CK yet. I don't think he's in a guild doing battles, but eventually, man, that will really step up. But just the fact that this Wind Barbaric King is around, great for new players. And that's going to help them in the dungeons, especially in Giants P6-7, where they're element neutral, being light and dark, right? So you can wipe those bosses out faster. Nice. Alright. What do we got now? Tagaros. Awesome. Double AoE hitter. You need to awaken him for his 3rd skill to come out, but it is really good. Attacks all enemies and reduces their defense for 2 turns with a 70% chance. So that's really high, just for a base stat like that, 70%. And you can get that better with cooldowns for reusable, and chance, I think, goes up a bit. And leader skill, of course, increase the critical rate of ally fire monsters everywhere, 23%. Great to use with your fire teams. Alright, what else can we get? 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 Fire Bear Man. He's fusion material, so you need to hang on to him unless you have no interest in fusing the monster. I can't remember which one. We can look at it after. Oh, nice! More lightning. This is why I like 5011, especially with new accounts. Oh. Beretta. You're kidding me. This is a fusion monster, too, like he is one you get from fusion. Well, it's also one you use. Is it for Veramos? It might be for Veramos. But this guy is also a really, really good monster. Look at this skills. Throws a small spirit at the enemy and increase your crit rate by 30% for the next turn if you get a critical hit. So you still need high crit rate on this guy to get that bonus. So it kind of is a catch-22. You need crit rate to get crit rate, and if you have crit rate, you'll get crit rate. So it's like, what? But whatever, that's not the point. The point of this guy is his 2nd and 3rd skills. Now, Turbulence compresses the air around the enemy, causing turbulence, which sets their attack bar to 0. So you completely reset the enemy teams, with your accuracy, as long as it passes your check. You set their attack bars to 0. Now they have to reset them up to 100 to get an attack. So you basically get another whole turn for your entire team with that 2nd skill. It's so useful. Trial of Ascension, everywhere. And then Phoenix Fury. Summons a Phoenix to breathe fire on all enemies and inflicts continuous damage for 3 turns. So you can have them suppressed with your 2nd skill. And then you can... Sorry. You know, I misspoke about the second skill. It doesn't attack all enemies. It just attacks one. So that was my mistake. I got overexcited. I was still thinking Tagaros, the fire... whatever he is. He's not an elemental. Weird. Why am I struggling with that? Anyways. But yeah, so... But still, I mean, Beretta is insanely popular. And very useful. And again, you can use him to fuse. I think it's Veramos. It hasn't been that long ago, and you think I'd remember, but I'm overexcited. The brain's not working. So 2 great monsters for Poseidon. Fire Viking again. Water Harpy they're both okay. You can use them for food though if you don't like them. Rebecca's nice. Rebecca you can use in Dragon's B10. She has a cleanse and heal here. Removes all harmful effects on all allies and recovers the HP by 15%. The recovery amount increases by 2 whole percent for each removed harmful effect. That's so dumb. Like Veramos has a thing like that too. 2%. Like why? Give me 10. 10%. That's not insane, is it? No, it's not. 2% is insane. Insanely low. Fix that. That's stupid. Don't even put it in there. It's more effort to put your typing of characters and your programming in for what that's worth. Don't do that. It's crap. But, the thing is, yeah, you can use Rebecca's in Giants B10, but you can also use Konamiya in Giants B10, and he has the same cleanse, but a better heal. So, I mean, it's not impossible to use her, but you don't have to, right? But Rebecca has that AoE defense break, which is nice. This guy's cool. He's the Com2S Sacred Dungeon is open all weekend for this guy. He has 2 AoE attacks. Pierce the enemy with a spear. And no, it's just 1. And inflicts damage proportionate to their max HP. So great for bosses. Problem I have with this guy is if you're Hall of Wind, Hall of Water, Hall of Light, all that stuff, the monster with the most HP is the water. So you want to bring this guy in there. You can't really. You could. You can. I'm not saying you can't, but you'd be bringing a monster. Good lord. Better. You wouldn't want to bring a monster into a water dungeon if he's a fire element for that skill, but you can use it against wind HP tanks like Royd, like Ramagos, and others. Maybe even that Wind Barbaric King if somebody builds him that way. Flamethrower, and this is the one that throws a ball in flames to attack all enemies 2 times and inflicts continuous damage for 2 turns with 75%. So high chance to land dots. Great for Trial of Ascension, bosses, all that good stuff. Talked about him way longer than I should have, but when an account gets its first premium pack opening, that's really cool. Now, Fire Magical Archer is used for a fusion material monster, as well as she does have 2 AoE attacks that attack all enemies. Second and third skill. And the third skill here is a lot like the Fire Imp Champions there, which inflicts continuous damage to all enemies for 3 turns. Now, if you stack those 2 monsters together, and let's say Giants B8, which is Wind, you can really start wiping out towers, wiping out the boss, all simultaneously. Then bring your... oh, that's the wrong account. Let's say bring the Fire Rakshasa, but that wasn't this account with that. But you can stack up those damage over time, those continuous damage dots, and Water Imp Champion, he's cool. And you can really take down those enemy bosses faster. Water Fairy, we all know and love the Water Fairy. That looks familiar, doesn't it? Come on, one more lightning. Let's get another lightning for Mr. Poseidon. No? Ah, there's some food for you, buddy. One of Poseidon's favorite monsters is the Water Bear Man. Don't ask me why, but my favorite was the Wind Elemental way back in the day. What's his name? He's got a weird name. Taharis or something. But, yeah. Oh, Wind Werewolf. Let's check real quick. I think he might be fusion. I don't know. Do you even have the fusion circle yet? Maybe. Ooh. Ooh. Just taking screenshots left and right, aren't we? Okay, that guy's leveled up. Alright, I'm not seeing a fusion hexagram yet, but that's okay. But anyways, so Wind Barbaric King and Fire Sylph. That's awesome. Those are going to be super awesome. Super awesome, super cool, super fantastic. It's going to be great. You can definitely use those guys. What is that guy's name? Is it Surtur? Or is that the fire one? let's go to the collection here, to the wind monsters. I know he's got a weird cool name. I just want to see it real quick, and then we'll move on and do final account. Hello, telephone. He's going to be... There he is. No, that's definitely not the Barbaric King. Got a bit of lag. Oh yeah, here's this weird name. Hresvelg. 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 I don't know. Hresvelg we'll go with, but he is really awesome. Look at how cool he looks. I really like this. All the Barbaric Kings are great. Actually, I don't know about the light one. He's probably really good, but well, dark one's good, the water one's good, fire one's good. Great set of monsters. Okay, guys, final count. We'll do mine. I have 20-some scrolls, I think, and we'll go from there. Congratulations again to Poseidon on your 2 new 4-star monsters. Okay, guys, welcome to Shay Battle Beast, or Isle Battle Beast would probably be a lot better, because I do have kind of a sky island. But so we're gonna open my 26 mystical scrolls. Now I can already tell you now I'm not gonna get anything. So if you want to quit the video and just go hang out and check out some of our other stuff, now's the time to do that. If you do want to sit there and watch me get nothing, then feel free to hang out. And there we go. Touchscreen is not doing so hot right now. And since moving channels did seem to give us a little better result, I'm going to go for a random 6942. I doubt anybody's in there or has been there recently. Okay, so 26 scrolls. Getting close to a legendary piece. I say close, but I probably have some guild points to buy some more. I'll get me up to 75, so I'll be 3/4 of the way there. Kind of a little way to the light dark scroll. They don't shop in the magical shop as much as I'd like. So, Fire Battle Mammoth, probably food for my wind one that I'm working on. Water Penguin Knight. Hey man, I'm happy with food. Let's get something cool. Okay, Water Warbear was fun back in the day. I had a lot of fun with him on Arena Defense. Okay, Water Elven Ranger. He's called that other one Magical... Elven Archer. That was not the case. So I'm seeing a pattern here with the Water Warbear. Fire Salamander. Oh, Lightning. Cool. Right on. Wind Kung Fu Girl. I'd be excited. I'm fairly certain I've already got her. Oops. Okay, we are just going to check real quick. Take a break. Can't get excited. You know, I have a first world problem. I complain, I can't get anything new. It's because I can't get any 5 stars. I think I pretty much have almost all the 4 stars in the game now. I don't have Trevor, but other than that, I struggle to think of one I don't have. Or have had and just fed. There's lots, but I just get the same monsters over and over. I really feel my account's bugged, but a lot of you probably feel the same way. Let's see if I have this Wind Kung Fu Girl. Maybe she's new. Maybe she's not. No, I already have one. So, you'll forgive me for being spoiled and not getting excited about them giving me a monster that I already have when there's so many more they could be giving me. You know, I still have a Casus. I've been playing for over a year. There's just some monsters I cannot get. It feels like they're locked out of my account and just impossible to get. Wind Amazon, Fusion, Fire Elemental, Fusion Material again. Seeing a pattern. Oh, he's cool. He'll be food. I think I have the light one. I'll feed that to my light Frankenstein. I'll build him even though he's probably not the best, but it's just something different, right? You don't see a lot of unique. Wind Minotauros for fusion material. Water Golem. Megan the Mystic Witch. Don't need her. Water Griffin. Food. My Spectra and my Bernard are both fully skilled up. Fire Taoist. Wind Water Imp Champion. Not too interested in building. Water Warbear. Thank you for 3 of those. I really appreciate that. Okay, what else you got for me? Alright, something new? Really? See, this is what I said. Like, I know I won't get anything and go leave the video, because of those 26 scrolls, I got 2 of those, and I already had one. So what are you supposed to do? Like, it's great for skill ups, but who uses the Wind Kung Fu Girl? Let's find out where you could use her in the first place. So, let's go and take a look at the Wind Kung Fu Girl. Skills? Oh, what's her new skill? Well, we'll look at her first two up here. So, excuse me. Attacks an enemy with condensed energy. Twist Kick is activated again with a 30% chance. So I assume this is Twist Kick, because it wouldn't make sense if that was the third skill when you don't have it. Attacks the target with a turning kick, decreasing its attack bar by 50% with an 80% chance. That's actually really nice for single target suppression. If the target's attack bar is depleted by this attack, the target is stunned. Well, that's not awful. You know, I'm surprised more people don't use her for that, actually. She must have some other flaws. And then in Awakened State, Wind Dragon attack. Strikes 4 random targets with the power of wind, so that's kind of nice. Each strike has a 50% chance to remove all beneficial effects on the target. If this skill is on cooldown, you have 25% chance to counterattack when being attacked. Well, that's not so bad. You know, to be honest, I'm liking these skills. They're kind of interesting. Now, she does maybe get kind of situational with attacking 4 random targets, so you might not be able to always hit the one you want to. And if you were using her for giants, that would be good to get rid of his attack buffs, as long as that checked out. Well, that's really interesting. I really like her skills, to be honest. I mean, this right here is kind of similar to the Valkyries with their chance to activate their second skills. She probably doesn't hit that hard. What are her space stats here? Yeah, that's pretty low. That's probably it. So she might be an attack monster, but it's almost with her skills. She's like a support monster for suppression here. Maybe that's why people are building her wrong. Or not everybody, but mostly they're trying to make her an attack monster, and she would be well better suited. Because look at this. Attacks the target with a turn kick, decreasing attack bar by 50% with a high chance. And I bet you could probably level that up. Just trying to see that, actually. Oh, I was in there where I want to be. So let's look at her again. Where is she? Can we get that higher than 80? I was right on there. Damage plus 10, damage plus 10, damage plus 10, and cool turn. So you can't get that up past 80, but that's really high already. With some accuracy, that's great. And then again, this one, removing their beneficial effects. And not just one target, like the wind and the Bella, the light Inugami, it's multiple targets. Now Tiana, I have Tiana, which is cool. She has something similar, and I'm just rambling on at this time, theory crafting. But her third skill removes all harmful and beneficial effects of all allies and enemies. She just clears the field of buffs and debuffs. That might seem stupid to you, but you're in control of that. You can decide when she uses that. And so if your buffs outweigh the debuffs, you maybe not. You just hold off on that. If you can pair this monster with the Wind Dragon, or I'm sure there's more monsters that have that reset your other monster's skill reset. I can't think of any directly, but indirectly the Garudas, right? Resurge, that gives them more turns. You can use this, and then if, let's say you're doing dragons or necro or whatever, and not Necropolis, but if you're doing dragons or giants or something with her and then the Wind Dragon, and then for whatever reason the towers, they do it again and give you debuffs or buff the giant, you can just use Tiana's third skill again and clear it all. And it's really a nice reset. I have failed to use. I have her ruined weirdly. Let's take a look. Let's see what I did wrong. I went Fatal Energy because she is a support monster, right? But I don't know why I did that. It's probably just they were there. So I got Speed on her, which I could probably use that Speed for another monster and fully upgrade it. These are just crappy runes. HP with a Fatal rune. Oh, maybe that's why I did Fatal, because it was HP. And then the Fatal brings her a little attack, because her second skill, is it? Attacks all enemies, right. And increases a proportion to the enemy's attack speed. So, not much I can do about the enemy's attack speed other than choose my team when I think the enemy has high speed. But yeah, and then her first skill, AoE defense break, is really nice. I like that. But yeah, so that is Sunday Super Summons for this episode. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you very much to Poseidon for giving us access to your account and letting us open your scrolls. I really hope you'll be happy with Beretta and Hresselvig vomit. But anyways, yeah, no, great monsters all around. Kind of disappointing to see so many words. Wind Kung Fu girls one shot, but I'm interested in her. Like, I'm kind of glad that happened. Now it brought her back to my attention, and I could really think of some cool ways to use her now. She'd be fun to build teams around, and maybe that's another thing that kind of sucks around her, is you have to build a team around a monster, and a lot of people like monsters you can just bring everywhere, like the Water Garuda, Konamiya, Bella, the Light Inugami. You can just bring them anywhere, right? And just going with that, I'm really going to struggle with this for a little bit, but I will maybe get back to you on the Kung Fu girls, because I have all three, so we can have a little spotlight someday. Alright, that's going to cut it for this one. Thanks very much for Thanks very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff, and we will see you in the next video. Oh, everybody, special guest Poseidon, not the Sea Emperor, but Conrad, my good buddy from college, and also founding Carbon Knights member. So, Conrad.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Are you excited that you're in Summoner's War and that you're in the Hall of Heroes and everybody's farming you? How does it feel to be famous?
Well, you gotta keep the little people in mind when you get as famous as I just became.
Oh, the little people. Way to